Hi everybody, and welcome to another lesson in freaking awesome Italian. I think I finally fixed the robot voice thing, so let me know if it's still a problem for some of you. Alright, today we're going to do demonstratives and some conjunctions. I decided to put these two things together even though they have nothing to do with each other, just because they're two little mini lessons that either one of them would be too short by themselves. They're little simple topics, and so I decided to put them together into one video. And we're obviously not going to do all the conjunctions today because there's a lot of them, but I'm going to just do the most common 5 of them, the ones that you'll see all the time. So let's start with demonstratives. What is a demonstrative? Demonstratives are this and that, and then these and those in English, right? So they're things that demonstrate what you're talking about. So this and that, this and is singular, these is plural, right? For things that are close to you. That and those are singular and plural for things that are far away from you. So just like in English, we have those in Italian, and just like everything else in Italian, it matches gender and number. So near, things that are near, this and these, if it's masculine singular, questo, and feminine, questa. Plural, questi, queste. So some examples of what that looks like. Questo libro costa molto. This book is expensive or costs a lot. Voglio queste mele. I want these apples. Because mela is feminine. Mele, plural, apples. So queste mele. These apples. If something's far away from you, you use quel or quello. And I'll distinguish when you use which one in a little bit. Or quella, quei, or quelli, and quelle. Remember that GLI, that palatalized L. So, for example, quella pizza è troppo piccola. That pizza is too small. That pizza that's far away from me, that one. Quei cellulari, those cell phones, non funzionano bene. They don't work well. So here's your chart, your little master chart. Oh, looks like I made that box for masculine a little bit too small, but that's okay, you get it. So here's your master chart. So, questo pezzo, this piece, right? Pezzo, masculine, singular, and it's close to you, so you use questo. Queste bottiglie, these bottles, because it's feminine plural, and it's close to you. Quella donna. Quella, far away from you. That woman, feminine. Questi bambini, close to you, mixed gender, plural. Questi bambini. Quei treni, those trains. Those trains. Quegli orfani, those orphans. Are you picking up when you use que and when you use quegli? I'll explain it to you in a moment, but let's see if you can figure it out on your own. So, singular demonstratives, they attach to words that begin with a vowel. So for example, quest'uomo, right? We've seen this before with the articles. Remember the indefinite articles and the definite articles that attach to a word that starts with a vowel? So quest'uomo, this man. Quell'anatra, that duck. It'd be quella anatra. Now it's quell'anatra. Quest'altra, this other one, right? Altra, other one, feminine. So, let's get down to that. Quello is used to mean that or that one without a noun after it. Use it by itself. Quel is used when followed by a noun. So, quel cane, that dog, right? Non mi piace. But mi piace di più quello là. Quello doesn't have a noun after it. It's just that one. Quello, that one. But quel cane, that dog, has a noun after it. Does that make sense? And then there's just one exception to this rule. You still use quello even after a noun, even with a noun after it, if you would use lo instead of il, which means, remember when you use lo, impure S, Z, GN, you know how it works. So non conosco quello stupido. Stupido, ST, that's impure S, right? S plus consonant. So you would use quello because it's for the same reason that the articles do that. Because quel stupido is too many consonants altogether. LST. That's 3 consonants, and Italian tries to avoid consonant clusters like that as much as it possibly can. So anytime you can, non conosco quello stupido. Conjunctions. If you remember, I don't have to sing the Schoolhouse Rock song, I don't think. I think you remember what conjunctions are. And, or, but, if, then. They're just things that connect different pieces of the sentence, right? I want this and I want that, right? It just connects them. That's why they're called conjunctions. So, and in Italian is just one letter, e. And the pronunciation of this differs a little bit if you're in the north of Italy or the south of Italy. In the north, they have a little bit of an open e. It's more like, I can't pronounce it very well. I don't know. But in the south, it's just e. L'uccello giallo e l'uccello rosso mangiano insieme. So the yellow bird and the red bird eat together. E. So much like in English, you know how when a becomes an in front of a vowel, right? You say an apple, not a apple, right? So the same thing happens in Italian, but with a D. E becomes ed in front of a vowel, just like in English. So mi piace il mio ed anche il tuo. Ed anche sounds better than e anche. E anche it's kind of two vowels next to each other, kind of run together. Excuse me. So the ed kind of helps it to separate those two words. Ed anche il tuo. So we have or, which is also just one letter. O. Remember, okay, for English speakers, when we see an O at the end of a word, pay attention to how you say that letter. O. In English, we add a W sound at the end of that. O, right? O. I'm trying to think of a word that in English that ends in an O. I can't think of an example, but you know what I'm talking about. O. Whereas in Italian, it's just O. Keep it pure. Just keep it O without that O, sound at the end. It's just O. Or is O. Non so se è meglio questo colore o quello. I don't know if this color is better or that one. Right? So questo colore o quello. Quello, that one. Right? Without a noun in front of it. A cool thing you can do with o in Italian, if you use two of them together, not right next to each other, but in the sentence, they can mean either or. So for example, devo comprare o una macchina o una motocicletta. So I have to buy either a car or a motorcycle. Either or. See that? That's pretty cool. Let's learn some more conjunctions. But has two forms in Italian. You can say ma or però. There's no rule as to when you can use which one. You can use either one anytime you want. I'll tell you that ma is a little bit more common because it's shorter and easier to throw into a sentence. Ma is a little bit more common than però, but it doesn't matter which one you use. You can always use either one. Abbiamo visto la giraffa, ma non l'elefante. So we saw the giraffe, but not the elephant. But not the elephant. L'ho aspettato, però non è mai venuto. I waited for him, but he never came. If, se, then, allora. I'm going to put these together because they're always used together, right? If, then. And if, then sentences. If, se, then, allora. Se metti troppo sale nell'acqua, allora farà schifo la pasta. If you put too much salt in the water, then the pasta will be gross. Se, allora. All right, so let's do some sample sentences. In this one, I'm just going to throw out a long sentence. It's kind of a random sentence because it's hard to come up with example sentences, but it makes grammatical sense. And so all you have to do is go through the sentence and pick out both of the things that we learned today. You have to pick out the demonstratives and the conjunctions, and then we'll see what we come up with at the end. Here's the first sentence. If you need to pause the video for a bit, do that. Take a look at it. Okay, let's go through it. Se Pietro e Marco There we already have two of them. Se, if, right? Pietro e Marco. Peter and Mark. E. Lavorano lunedì o martedì. If they work Monday or Tuesday. O, right? Ma non mercoledì. But, not Wednesday, but. Allora, then, Elena dovrà... Oh, I wrote lavorare. I'm sorry, that should be an L. Lavorare giovedì e venerdì. E, and. There's another one. So let's do that again with a new sentence. Take a look at it. Pause it if you have to. Okay, let's go through this. Mi piacciono le case grigie e bianche. I like houses that are gray and white. Not together. I like gray houses and white houses, right? Grigie e bianche. But, non le case verdi, but not greenhouses. Quella casa, that house, è verde e questa casa è grigia. And, there's another one, this house, is gray. By the way, are you starting to see the importance of that little accent over e in the sense of is, right? That's the third person singular form of essere, is. It's to distinguish it from e, which means and. You see those? Without an accent, it's and with an accent, it's is. Right, let's move on. Se quelle due case, if, there's one, quelle, those two houses, là, there, if those two houses there sono o grigie o bianche, are either gray or white. There's the two O's, right? O grigie o bianche. Allora, then, le compro. Let's do it again. Se, if, there it is, quell'uomo. Remember how they run together because uomo starts with a vowel. Se quell'uomo, if that man, studia bene, studies well, and si dedica a questa carriera, and he dedicates himself to this career, allora, then, potrà diventare professore o direttore. Then, he will be able to become a professor or a director. Take a look at this one for a second. Pick them all out. Ok. Pulisci tutti quei pezzi di carta e cartone. Clean up all those pieces of paper and cardboard. Tutti quei pezzi. Why did I use quei instead of quegli? Because pezzi doesn't start with a vowel or an impure S or any of those, right? It's just a P. So we use quei, those pieces of paper, and cardboard. Fa schifo questa casa. This house is gross. Questa casa. This house. And la voglio pulita o adesso o stasera. And I want it to be clean either now or tonight. Either now or tonight. O adesso o stasera. I know I'm using a lot of words that you guys haven't learned yet. Well, maybe you have learned it because maybe you're going through Duolingo or vocabulary lists and learning these words, right? So maybe you know these words, but we haven't covered them in these videos. So don't worry about that. I just want you to see what we've been learning. So now we have quelle ragazze, those girls, right? Non sanno se, they don't know if, queste donne, these women, e quei uomini, and those men, sono soldati o poliziotti, are soldiers or policemen. Ma queste ragazze, sì. But, there's that one, queste ragazze, feminine plural, near these girls, do. Yes. That's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Arrivederci.